Hello and welcome to this week's Mindful Monday. My name is Allison Knight and I am the health coach at Employee Health Center. Today we are going to be talking about the 3-minute breathing space. So mindfulness-based cognitive therapy is meant to be able to help you collect a scattered brain and to face negative and unwanted and unpleasant feelings head on, and then being able to move forward from there. So today we're going to talk about the 3-minute breathing space, which is something that they consider the most important practice because you don't always have 40 minutes to do a meditation. And so this is something that you are able to use at any point during your day that can help you kind of reset, anchor yourself, become present, and then move forward, and hopefully bring some of that renewed awareness into your day and week. So to start, I want you to deliberately find a dignified and erect position, but not too stiff. You can do this exercise either sitting or standing. Again, you can do it anywhere. If you are able to, gently close your eyes, and then I want you to take a minute to go through each one of these steps. So the first step is becoming aware. So you want to bring an awareness to your experience and you want to ask yourself, what am I experiencing right now? What thoughts are going through my mind? And then being able to acknowledge that these thoughts are mental events and not necessarily as things are. Now the next thing is, what feelings are here? Turn towards any sense of emotion, discomfort, or unpleasant feeling, and really bring an awareness to that. Acknowledge their presence. And lastly, what body sensations are you feeling? Perhaps do a quick body scan and look for any bracing or tightness or tension that you might feel in your body. Next, I want you to do the gathering. So at this point, we're starting to bring that awareness to our breath. The breathing in, the breathing out, and the body sensations that you might feel in your abdominal wall as it expands when you're breathing and it deflates as you exhale. It might be helpful to put your hand on your abdominal wall to really breathe into those sensations. Follow your breath all the way in and all the way out. And remember that if your mind wanders away at any time, that you just gently acknowledge it and guide yourself back. And lastly, we're looking at expanding. Now expand the field of your awareness around your breathing to include your body as a whole. Your posture, your facial expression, and if you become aware of any negative sensations, such as tightness or bracing or discomfort, I want you to breathe into those sensations. Really breathe into them. And then on your out breath, breathe out of those sensations and allow them to soften. And again, use this expanded awareness to sense your whole body and sense of breath. Use that to breathe into that awareness and those feelings. And as best you can, bring this expanded awareness into the next moments of your day. And hopefully being able to use this 3-minute breathing space when you find things difficult, when you're overwhelmed, when you're stressed out, when you feel that tightness start to build, turning to this as an option to help reset, bring your awareness, bring yourself back to present, acknowledge those feelings and thoughts that you're having, and just be. Now, a couple weeks ago, we talked about the Pleasant Experiences calendar, where we were going to bring awareness, truly bring awareness to certain experiences in our day. So we did a positive or pleasant experiences calendar, or you thought about maybe you really paid attention to hearing a bird chirping on your way into work. All right, well, that was the experience and you were paying attention to it. And then you thought about, well, what thoughts did I have? What feelings were there? What sensations did I feel? Well, usually we want to feed into positive emotions because they feel good. And now mindfulness-based cognitive therapy is really trying to expand that awareness and allow ourselves to face negative and unpleasant emotions head on and then be able to move forward. So this week we're going to look at unpleasant experiences. So this week I want you to really pay attention to an unpleasant experience. Say you're waiting for someone to come fix something and it's taking longer than planned. Now I want you to think about, well, this is the experience. What feelings am I feeling? What thoughts am I having? And what body sensations am I having? And I want you to write those down. And as you're writing them down, which will probably be later than the actual event, I want you to relive that experience and think, what thoughts are coming up now that I'm thinking about it again? And looking at those thoughts that you're having about thinking about a negative experience can help you realize how thinking back into the past or planning too far ahead in the future can affect your present mental state, usually negatively. And that's why we always talk about being present and aware in that moment, because time traveling too far back, time traveling too far back or too far forward prevents us from living in the now and enjoying life just as it is right now. So your homework this week is to try to implement that 3-minute breathing space whenever you need it, which might be quite often right now. If you find yourself overwhelmed, when am I going back to work? Maybe you're out of work. Maybe you just don't have time to do things. You're homeschooling kids. You're not finding time to exercise. Using that to help regroup, acknowledge those negative emotions, and then be able to move forward. And I also want you to take a moment to write down perhaps a negative experience that you're having, thinking about your thoughts, your feelings, and your body sensations associated with it, and looking back on that later and realizing how that negative experience is now affecting you when you're dwelling on it again. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you guys next Monday, and I hope that you have a wonderful and mindful Monday and week. We'll see you next time.